witnesses to call?
Your Honor, before I call my next witness, could we have a quick sidebar, please?
Absolutely, both attorneys can approach.
Your Honor, before I call my next witness, could we have a... What is going on over there? Apologies, Your Honor.
Excuse me?
Squeeze back. I'm just standing here, whatever.
All right. So does the defense have a third witness that they wish to call?
Your Honor, I'd like to call Elizabeth Knox to the stand.
Okay. Miss Knox, you'll approach the bailiff. I'm assuming the government does not have an objection to this last minute witness addition. Ms. Hunt, if you're speaking, I can't hear you.
Your Honor, the United States Constitution guarantees a criminal defendant to testify in his or her own case, regardless of whether the prosecution has been notified or not.
Okay. All right. You'll be sworn in by the bailiff.
Alright, go and raise your right hand for me. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you ghost under penalty of perjury?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, miss. You'll have a seat there, and make sure you're speaking into the microphone. Go ahead, Mr. Hobbs.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Elizabeth, for joining us today, of course. I'm just going to ask you a few questions, okay? For the court's record, please state your full name, employment, and job title.
My name is Elizabeth Knox. I am the ACMO at SAHA, San Andres Health and Authority. I am also the owner of Pizza Dish.
Might lose her job at
And
Maze.
the
What did she
realty.
get arrested for exactly?
Or
Do you
Pizza
know?
Realty.
And you are aware of the reasons and the you've seen the docket today.
Yes.
Fantastic. So please could you describe the moments that led up to the event?
I was hanging out
I'll be up.
with the two individuals that I knew. They asked me to get in their car, and obviously I was friend with them, so I didn't think about it much and got in the car with them. They then brought me to a clothing store, asked me to mask up. I thought it was a little weird, but I was like, oh, maybe we're playing a prank on someone. So I did. I switched. And then I was brought to a warehouse, which they told me that they basically forced me to do this, and they told me that they would hurt me if I did not follow their command.
And describe what happened after those facts. What happened at the warehouse?
So they gave me a crowbar, asked me to open these boxes or something, and take the loot and put it in their car, which I did, fearing for my life at this point. So I did. I put the boxes in. At this point, the police came in. They told me to get in the car, which I did, which ended up in a pursuit.
How did the pursuit end?
At this point, I think her vehicle is a little blurry. It was over a month ago. But I think her vehicle got rammed. I know it ended up cutting on fire. At which point, they asked me to try to drive the car, but the car wasn't starting. So they told me to run, and that if I get caught, they would kill me at this point. So obviously, I tried to start the car. When it didn't, I started running on foot, trying to escape the police. And
Just to go backtrack a little, you say you were trying to drive the car for them. So did you leave from the driver's side?
yes, I was sitting on the passenger side when we were in the pursuit, and when the driver was
Oh yeah, she's
ejected,
absolutely losing it.
the
She done
other
here admitted
individual in
guilt
the back
already.
asked me to drive the car, so I tried as he commanded me to, and then I exited through the driver's seat, driver's side.
And why did you run from the troopers instead of give yourself up?
Like I mentioned, when I was in the car, he told me to run, and if I get caught, they would kill me. So I ran from the trooper.
Now, obviously, you were detained during that pursuit. Did you mention any of this to the trooper that detained you?
I did. I told this trooper that I was forced to do this all the way up to when he brought me to the hospital.
And describe the events that happened at the hospital.
At the hospital, as they were still not believing my story, I ran away from the hospital in fear for my life that these two individuals would hurt me, like they told me before if I get caught. So from the hospital, I tried to run away in fear for my life, in fear of the cops don't believing me. I did end up stopping at this point, because while I was running away, I thought about it, and I realized that even if they didn't believe me, running away was not the right choice, so I ended up giving myself up.
Okay. And then were you taken to MRPD or were you taken to another police station?
I was taken to MRPD where the two individuals were already in a cell, And from the cell I was in, I was still explaining to the police officer what happened at that moment and why I was running, as the two individuals in the other cell were yelling at me that they will kill me when we go to prison.
So what was the conversation between yourself and that trooper?
I told him that I was forced to do this. I explained him the story like I am telling you. Obviously, what was more emotional, as in the moment, I was still scared. So I explained to the trooper that they forced me to do so. I didn't have a choice in that matter, and that for that reason I ran because I was scared. I was scared of these individuals. And then I kept telling them that to believe me because I was scared that they were going to send me to jail with these two individuals that were literally in the cell in front of me, telling me that they would kill me when we go to jail.
Okay. So you did the trooper end up sending you to jail at that time?
They did. I think it says it in the docket, but I was first charged with corruption, so I was sent for 180 months at Bolingbroke.
Okay. Thank you very much. Your Honor, no further questions.
All right. Does the government have any cross-examination?
Oh, yeah, sure. Hello, Miss Doc.
Hello.
So on the day that you and your friends decided to rob a warehouse, you met up with your friends, you got into their car, and at that point, they didn't tell you what they were planning on doing?
They did not.
What did you think you were going to be doing that day?
I knew they were, I don't know how to say it better, but I know they're kind of goofy people, so I thought we were gonna go do a prank on someone, honestly, because that's the kind of thing we do. So that's why they told me like to mask up and stuff, and I thought we were just gonna go prank someone or something. I didn't know until I was actually at the warehouse, which I never saw before, and I didn't even know what it was, and that they give a crowbar in my hand and be like,
Okay, let's
and
let's
force
just
me
stop
inside.
right there. Who were these people exactly that you were with? Your friends?
Well, I only know them under the name of Slim and JT, which were the other
Slim?
two individuals that were arrested.
Slim and JT. The other two people who were arrested. Slim being Nicoletti Pedesius, right?
I assume so. Like I said, I only know him from his nickname.
Nicoletti Pedesius, who has a long list of prior charges and convictions for things like bank robbery, warehouse intrusion, violence with firearms, shooting police officers, critically endangering the lives of others, attempted murder. That Nicoletti Pedesius? That Slim? Is that correct?
It is correct. I don't know him like that.
Oh no,
I
he's a
knew him as a
goofball.
friend.
He's a goofball, right? Real goofy guy. Lots of pranks. Pranks with firearms, for example. Pranks with threatening the lives of other people. Threats of pranks like robbing banks and robbing warehouses.
Like I mentioned before, I've never done any
JT.
kind of
Does
criminal
this refer to
activities.
Jeremiah Turner?
Like I said, I only know him under the name of JT.
Great.
So I
Describe
assume
what
so.
JT looks like.
Objection irrelevant.
Oh no, it's not irrelevant at all. She says she only knows him under the name JT. What does JT look like?
Miss Hunt, there was an objection. You gave
Yes,
a
Your
response. I'm going to let the defense have a chance to elaborate on their objection.
Sure.
Just saying the line of question is irrelevant to this particular case, Your Honor.
Oh,
Okay,
it's-
So, Miss Hunt, just take a minute and
Sure.
explain how this testimony regarding her describing what JT looks like is relevant to your case.
Certainly. This line of questioning goes to directly impeach the defendant's credibility about the likelihood that her friends were just going to engage in, quote, prank, and that it was unforeseeable that she would be in the situation of robbing a warehouse. She has identified one of her friends that she did not mention in direct testimony as JT and said that she only knows him by this name. since JT is not a legal name, it is required for her to describe this person so that this person can be identified, which I'm about to do.
Okay, the court finds that having the defendant simply explain what the other defendant in this case looks like does meet the extremely low bar of relevancy to the crimes that were committed. So the objection is overruled. And Ms. Hunt, ask your question one more time.
Thank Miss Knox, what does JT look like?
I'm not really good at describing people, but I'm pretty sure he have a scar on his left eye. Some tattoos, short black hair, if I'm correct.
Your Honor, at this time, I submit into evidence the arrest report and profile for Jeremiah Turner. And his booking report photo matches the general description that the defendant just provided.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, that'll be admitted as State's Exhibit H, I believe we're at.
Thank you, Your Honor. So your friend Jeremiah Turner, also an interesting criminal history. Bobcat robberies, vehicle pursuit. Let's see. Oh, speeding, traffic violation. Known gang member. Big friend of Slim. Is this ringing a bell?
Like I mentioned before, I do not know any of their criminals' activity. I know both of them from Smoke of the Water, which is a marijuana smoke shop.
Right. Real goofballs. Great track record. Threatening people, shooting people, robbing places. Who could have known? So, you went to the warehouse with your friend. Oh, actually, before that, you went to a clothing store. And your friend said, hey, put on a mask. What date were you arrested, Miss Knox?
Let me look at the dockets because I do not remember.
Do you recall being arrested on November 6th, Miss Knox?
Yes, November 6th would be the right date.
Little late for Halloween, don't you think, Miss Knox?
Like I mentioned, it was.
Were you planning on going to a costume party? Answer the question, Miss
Not
Knox.
that I recalled of.
So you just decided to get all masked up because your friends were getting all masked up and then get back into the car. Okay, great. And what part of your costume did the gun hold for you? What was the purpose of having a loaded firearm as part of your costume for this putative costume party that you were attending with your goofball friends with a long, violent criminal history and known gang association?
Okay. Like I mentioned before, I did not know of their criminal background. Second of all, I carry a firearm on me at all time because I am a woman in a less, and I do scare for my life in general days because people are in less are not the trustiest. So I do carry a valid firearm license on me, which is and a valid firearm, which I had on that day. I did not pull it out at any time during the event. It was only on my person.
Ruh-roh.
So
Ruh-roh
you went to the
indeed.
warehouse and you say your friends forced you to participate in the warehouse robbery. You then said that after the police arrived, that they threatened that they would kill you if you didn't run away. Can you explain why the video evidence that shows you swapping seats desperately trying to get into the car to drive it away does not contain a single word from your friends telling you that you needed to get in the car and drive away and continue eluding the police or you would be killed?
My friend was in the back seat and he whispered to me because we were whispering at the time. And then he whispered to me to move into the front seat and try to drive the car. And when it didn't start, he then told me to run or he'd kill me if I get caught.
Can you
We're gonna
explain?
hold on 1 second. I don't know what is going on at the back of my courtroom, but whatever it is, it's gonna stop. If you're here to
We're trying
watch
to
the
get out of
trial,
a chair,
you're
Your
gonna
Honor.
sit down. If you're gonna leave, you're gonna leave. If you're here to watch,
I can't, man. They're
sit.
blocking the door.
Please, I'm gonna piss myself. Let me out.
Okay. Give me 1 moment. Move out of my way. Move out of my way. Are we done? Are we good? Are we arresting people?
We are arresting someone, Your Honor.
Shut the fuck up and put your hands up. Do it now.
Holy
Oh shit.
Jesus.
From 0 to 100 fast on the car.
Get
Oh,
off
that
the
was
fucking radio and put your
unexpected.
hands up. You're disrupting my courtroom. I'm not gonna have this shit. Shut the fuck up and listen to the detective. You can't physically restrain him while you're standing there, Fred. Move.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys all stop? Let him do what he needs to do so we can stop disrupting my... Okay. He's being charged with contempt of court as well. He can go for 30 months for contempt of court. You shut the fuck up. Okay, you're in contempt for 30 months as well? He's in contempt for 30 months as well?
Get the fuck out the way right now. Put that away. Yeah, pull your fucking gun. Pull your fucking gun. Put the knife away.
Oh my god.
He pulled a knife on a
You know,
judge.
stay out. You're not coming past.
Get the fuck out my way.
God, I didn't mean to point that. But don't come past.
What's going on?
Right. Charge him. I'm going back to court.
What the fuck?
Do not pass. as he
Frank,
comes
are you
through.
okay?
Shut it.
Oh my god.
All right. Ask your next question.
Thank you, Your
Jesus.
Holy shit.
So while you were at the warehouse, you saw multiple police officers pull up. Is that correct?
Yes.
Lights and siren.
Yes.
Fully armed.
Yes. Sorry.
In your capacity as an employee at
way,
Saha, you work
Schwartz,
frequently with law
The car
enforcement.
got
don't you?
approved finally, so after this I'm gonna go check it out.
I do.
You're aware of approximately how many police officers there are that serve the citizens of this city, aren't you?
I do.
It's a substantial number.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He's fucking dead.
Yeah, he was himself.
Holy shit.
Can you hear me, Judge?
What the fuck?
Stay down. Move to the side.
I have some stuff. I have some. Move. Riot, move.
To the side for seconds. We've just had a judge shot at the court. Judge has been shot at the court. We need additionals inside the court now.
Do we have a description for the individual?
Negative. They appear to be on the top balcony of the courthouse.
Let's go.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Shit. I have like.
Everyone else move to the sides of the building for a moment.
You need that.
Susie, you got a spider, by the way.
I stopped his bleeding. I packed a gunshot wound with some gauzes, but he'll need to go to the hospital to get treatment. Of course.
Can we confirm if the top of the building is clear?
Top balcony is good.
What did you clip?
No
in?
one is
charged with
leaving here for the
contempt of court as well.
moment. Keep that door shut. Let no one in or out.
There's nothing more I can do right now. I don't have the equipment.
Stop throwing snowballs.
I have more bandages and gauze if you need.
Yeah, leave.
I have
There's no
lots of
pulse. He's not
supplies
breathing.
on the radio.
And there's no pulse. Don't need.
Jesus Christ, do people not know when to shut the fuck up?
Yeah. Just 1 second.
Yeah, we kind of need to go considering, you know, we're so half.
Yep.
So, if we can go, please.
Then lock that door. So someone has to reopen that door.
Wait.
Joey came from above.
Oh, yep. You're
I'm
good
sorry,
to
can you
go.
repeat?
That's a good point, actually.
Okay,
So are we
everyone
letting
who is
people-
not... Stop. This is going
Yes,
to
make sure
1.0.
keep,
Leave this
doing
fucking
compression
radio
in the
chat.
car.
Okay, everyone in the courtroom who is not emergency services personnel is being forced to leave. If they do not leave, that's resisting.
Oh,
We
thank
literally
God.
got told to
Okay,
stay in
thank God,
here.
Thank God, yeah, I want out.
Yes, fucking
Yeah.
out of this room. Hold them in the
Oh
main
my-
lobby. I don't
Can
give
you
a fuck.
open? Don't
Close down
lock
the
it.
fucking
Okay,
Excuse
door
me.
inside of
You
the
letting us out?
crime scene.
We literally got told to stay inside the room.
Everyone out
now
now.
we're-
New
thought we were-
orders.
oh, I
Everyone
thought
out.
you said-
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah,
main
yeah.
lobby.
I'm trying to leave.
Go ahead.
And have
Main
the
lobby.
fucking dog at the front. Anyone tries to run out,
Main lobby. Everyone into the main
Wait,
lobby.
hold
Do not
on.
even think about throwing that fucking snowball. I'll arrest you right here.
Oh my, aggressive.
Everyone out.
Holy
Everyone's
shit.
on their
Nobody
period.
needs to
Holy
leave.
shit.
They said we're not allowed to leave the lobby.
You're not allowed to leave? Come on.
Alright, everybody stay there.
I'm being held against my will.
Okay, yeah, maybe you should all have better communication, you fucks.
Back up.
Actually.
Everyone, here's
The
what.
police
Everyone
force
quiet.
are having shit communication.
Quiet. Okay? What's gonna happen now? We're gonna form a single file line. You're gonna come to the front door. Everyone on exit, you're going to be GSR tested. You will
What's
be
that?
tested, and once you are GSR
Control
tested, as
residue.
long as you come back negative, you will be allowed to leave. Okay? Straight line.
Control
Yes,
residue.
all you are in the vicinity of a GSW. The judge has just been shot. We are GSR testing everyone on scene.
Hold on, if the person got shot
Right.
from above and we came from down below, why we
Yeah,
get
that seems
tested?
a little-
Yeah, like
Yeah,
what the
makes-
fuck? You're
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, you know what?
They let
Los
him run up
Santos
and then run
finest.
down again.
Los Santos finest, right here.
Protect and serve.
We all got
Yeah.
searched before we went in.
Yeah.
Yeah, how
They
did
were
that
on- up
judge
on the
get
balcony.
protected?
They ran out.
I have a question, actually. Are there not supposed to be any weapons in, you know,
Correct.
the court? So why did the judge have a weapon?
Judge is allowed a weapon. He's a government employee. It's his courtroom.
Where's this from? Up there.
Checked at the door. They didn't check over here. So someone didn't look.
Okay, I feel like opinions aren't
I know,
good for
right?
this rating. If you have anything
I'm
important
gonna
to
go
say,
grab
say
my
it
kit from my
already.
car
Say
more.
opinions
Be back in a
later.
sec.
We have an active scene.
negatives. 1 second.
I guess it's a good time to go check out the car then.
If they're negatives.
Yep.
Alright. Could I have your name, please?
You'll find out from my fingerprints, won't you?
Right now, I'm just GSR testing.
Okay, my name is May Castillo.
I guess I'll fingerprint you now.
Tell our people that's not my business.
You're fingerprinting me now? Why?
The judge got shot.
She has gloves on.
I have fingerless gloves. But thank you for pointing out I have gloves on.
Thank you, Miss Castillo. Right now,
I literally told you my name. That's fine.
Right, I can take second person. Come over to me. Come here, bro.
I cannot need an extra person.
Okay, you have an ID on you?
All right, Miss Castillo, you're free to go.
I'm done pretty good. That'd be amazing.
I'm doing pretty good.
Get out of my way, old man.
All right.
He ran over there, he fell over, and then he
I'm just
picked up
gonna
the
take your
phone.
fingerprint real quick, and then I'm gonna
Yeah.
GSR test you, all right?
Okay. That'd be, you're good to go. Okay, thank you. Right, second person, you want to come over? Okay, you want to point at me real quick?
Then drop the phone call because you're in an active crime situation.
All right.
You
Can't on the phone in a.
What? I'm
Totally
telling
good,
you
my
right
dude.
now to drop the phone call. You can call back in like 5
All
minutes.
right, Miss Wisteria.
5 minutes.
Yes.
Fine, I'll call him back.
All right, thank you very much.
So you so.
I'm gonna test you for GSR now.
Out. You need to go out.
I just want to collect money, man. I got a
Out.
loan to pay.
Come back another. Come back another time.
Right, next person.
Negative. All right, you're free to go, Miss Wisteria.
Okay, you want to
Thank
point
All
at me
right,
real quick?
thank you. All right, next in line, please.
You can cut in front of
What's
me.
your name?
All right, do you have an ID on
Do
you?
you have an ID?
No.
You don't have an ID? All right, can you hold out your hand so I can fingerprint you then?
Can you fingerprint me after you GSR test me?
Yeah, what's your name?
I don't. Why do you need that if you're just checking if I
Because
shot?
I gotta make a
Okay, thank
report.
you.
Listen, why are you being difficult, man? Just.
Oh wow, that's pain
Yeah,
for
you're good
you.
to go.
It's Lee.
All right, I'm just gonna
That's-
fingerprint you.
That's pain for you.
Right,
I
second person.
just out of feeling
Mate.
bad, I'll comply.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So it's like a, it's a character
move
trait
forward.
then.
You gotta go out. You can come back in
Huh?
a bit. You can't be here right now.
Yeah.
So your non-compliance is a
Really
character
long
trait
and
then.
wiggly.
Right,
Mr.
Yeah, more or
Swan.
less.
Okay, gotcha. Mr. Swan.
Ma'am, can I help
Do
you?
you want to just... Thank you very much.
All right.
I'm the second chair.
You're what?
in a courtroom when it happened. Yeah.
Okay, so please wait outside if you're done with being processed.
Go put a sign outside or station one officer
Yeah, it's all good,
outside.
You can go. Thank you.
All right, Mr.
That would
Swan,
be
you're
too
free to
hard,
go.
simple.
Thank you.
Yep.
Right.
Next person,
Can
please.
you point at me real quick?
Yep.
What's
Hey,
your?
how you
Do you have an
doing?
ID?
Do you have an ID on you?
Flash it for you.
Yes, please.
You don't have an ID on you? What's your name?
Irrelevant. Just GSR me.
There you go. Did you get it?
Yes, thank you very much.
Contempt. Escaping custody.
That's all good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm out of kit. Anyone else have a kit?
Alright, time to go fucking get the car.
Yeah, she would have to.
Oh, somebody knocked my fucking bike over. It might be in the red garage. It's been blacked out. Oh, I think it is. Oh, yeah. This actually don't drive too bad either. It's gonna need some upgrades, but. Oh boy.
Judge Marshall.
I don't think they're gonna let people back in.
And so what happened? Like,
What's happening?
How you doing? Are you okay? I like your hat. I know I told you I didn't like your hat before, but like.
Yeah,
Here. Here.
Are we able to go in yet to get welfare?
Yes.
I hope you have a less stressful rest of work.
Thank you. I hope so too.
Okay, let's go.
Fuck is that across the street?